After years of decay as it sat unused and empty, the former Kmart building and surrounding property have finally been sold. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the old Kmart building in Scottsbluff, which has been vacant since 2016, has sold. According to Scottsbluff County property records, U.S. Realty 86 Associates, which was the company holding the property as the Sears bankruptcy wound through the courts, sold the parcel and the adjacent strip mall to what appears to be a Delaware subsidiary of Rockstep Capital, who owns the nearby Uptown Scottsbluff Mall. Scottsbluff KM Redevelopment LLC purchased the properties last month for $2.45 million, and the sales document shows future property tax bills should be sent to an address in Houston to the attention of Andy Weiner. The address corresponds exactly to the headquarters of Rockstep Capital, where Weiner is the company's president. Well, it was sold and no sale for a couple of agenda items for the Scottsbluff County Commissioners. Last week, the board turned down an offer from the Gehring Library Foundation for the purchase of the former DHHS building. Following a closed executive session, Commissioner Mark Harris made the announcement.
We have received an offer for the building, the bank building over here, but I would move that we reject the offer we've received and authorize our attorney, Phil Kelly, to continue negotiations.
Earlier in the meeting, commissioners approved awarding the Roads Department fuel contract for the rest of the year to Sapp Brothers, that after all proposed bids were rejected a month ago. Bids were also received from Wesco and Panhandle Co-op. However, Road Superintendent Steve Baird said if the county uses all 90,000 gallons of number 2 diesel in the new contract, Sapp Brothers' price of $3.20 a gallon will save the county about $30,000 from the bids received at the end of last year. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Allo means reliability, productivity, connect. Allo means no more of that. Allo means business. Local business, big business, small business. If you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation, symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
Welcome back. A 35-year-old Minnetonka man has been sentenced to 12.5 years in prison in U.S. District Court in Lincoln for possession of child pornography. The case against Richard Knott began with an investigation regarding the sharing of child pornography on a specific foreign-based cloud storage website and resulted in a federal search warrant being executed on his home. A forensic download and review of Knott's cell phone and other devices were determined to contain approximately 33,000 images and 7,000 videos of child pornography. During an interview, he admitted that 1 year after he was released from prison for a prior child pornography charge, he began viewing and downloading child pornography again. Knott had previously been convicted in 2012 for possessing child pornography here in Scottsbluff County. Well, a Scottsbluff mail carrier has been charged in a 5-count federal indictment. 54-year-old Donald Fox of Bayard is accused of embezzling more than $24,000 from the local branch of the National Association of Letter Carriers during his role as secretary and treasurer. The indictment also alleges that he made false statements on the union's annual financial reports from 2016 through 2019. The maximum possible penalty, if convicted, is 1 year imprisonment and a $10,000 fine. And a routine probation search results in felony charges for a Lyman man. Court records say officers discovered knives, a .22 caliber rifle, and ammo when they searched the home of 52-year-old William Langley, who is a convicted felon. In turn, he was arrested on charges of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, which is a Class 1D felony, and possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 3 felony. Langley was scheduled to be arraigned on the charges on Wednesday in Scottsbluff County Court.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
We've got plenty to recap from the weekend, including a long streak coming to an end in basketball. Let's start with the big Scottsbluff at Gering doubleheader from Saturday night. We had it for you on KNEB.TV platforms, starting with the girls' game. Tight at halftime, Scottsbluff leading by just 2 points, but the Bearcats took control in the third quarter as Paige Horn scored 14 of her game-high 25 points. Horn also connecting on her first three-point shot of the season, and Gering really had no answer for Horn after Nikki Todd left with an ankle injury just past halftime. Scottsbluff scored 24 points in the third quarter, and they'd go on to win it 57-45 over Gering for their 9th straight win. Scottsbluff is now 13-4. For Gering, it was their 11th straight loss. They're now just 3-13. Moving to the boys' game, Scottsbluff had won 21 straight contests over their rival dating back to February of 2014. With Scottsbluff's Tate Talkington out with a wrist injury, it was a perfect storm for the Bulldogs to get off the schneid against the Bearcats. And really, Gering controlled this game for the most part. They got 4 players in double figures, led by Uriah Wybera's 19 points, and Caden Bonsack was big, both scoring and rebounding. After Scottsbluff hit a couple first quarter three-pointers, they did not make another three the rest of the night. The Bulldogs' 2-3 zone was able to keep the Cat shooters at bay. Wybera scored 9 of his 19 in the fourth with a pair of baskets, and he hit 5 of 7 down the stretch at the free throw line. Gering wins it 64-54. It was the Gering boys' 4th straight win, while the Bearcats now drop to 9-7. on the season. Arguably the two best teams in the region this year, the Bridgeport girls and the Ogallala boys. Bridgeport looks simply unstoppable right now, 14-0, and coming off a blowout of Hershey to win the SPVA title. They got a school record 40-point game in that win from Ruthie Loomis Girdle. On the boys' side, Ogallala improved to 16-0 with weekend wins over Alliance and Ainsworth. There are some recaps available on the website for high school swimming and wrestling. The CCAT boys took first at the McCook Triangular. The girls team finished in third place. They picked up a combined 6 first-place finishes individually between the two teams. In wrestling over the weekend, Scottsbluff boys winning at Chadron, while Gering finished 8th at Lexington. And we'll close things out with WNCC basketball. Both teams opening Region 9 South Conference play with a pair of road wins at McCook. 1-0 starts in league play away from home, and both teams will stay on the road this upcoming weekend as they'll head to Otero for a doubleheader on Friday, and then both teams for the Cougars at Trinidad State on Saturday. The next home games for the Cougars will be a February 2nd date for the men against North Platte, and then home doubleheader action against Otero on the 10th. A busy Monday recap. That's the latest today from the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the people you know and trust.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, typically the peak season of RSV starts in the Nebraska Panhandle around February and continues into March. However, Regional West Physicians Clinic Dr. Cynthia Guru says they've seen the onset of the season begin as early as October as the virus moves to the Midwest from the coasts. Guru said with some, it appears as just a typical cold, but other kids can get really sick. RSV causes inflammation of the bronchioles and creates mucus that is sometimes difficult to expel. She says the problem with RSV arriving earlier is that it's now here at the same time we typically see seasonal rhinovirus and influenza. With the change, patients may now see all three viruses at one or right after another, making it more difficult to recover because the child may already be weak recovering from the first illness. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.